documented creeps. My big brother was throwing this epic Halloween bash in his sophomore year of college. I was just a lowly 8th grader, but our folks had vanished for the weekend, leaving my bro with a golden chance to let loose. Problem was, he wasn't too thrilled about me crashing his shindig. Good thing I had plans of my own, a trick-or-treating mission with my 2 best buds. We all knew it might be our last hurrah, and we were hell-bent on making it a night to remember. We kicked off our candy crusade right after school, hitting the streets during the sweet spot of the day. The candy jackpot time, where folks still had their doors wide open, ready to dole out the goodies. By the time darkness fell, we were lugging 2 bags each, making pit stops at our houses to unload our sugary loot. But you see, we weren't done yet. Oh no, we had our sights set on bag number 3. After a dinner break and some R&R at my friend's place, we were back out there, empty bags in hand and flashlights at the ready. I'll explain why in a bit. It was probably pushing 9 p.m., and the candy scene had slowed down considerably. Buckets were empty, and not everyone was answering their doors. But we didn't care. Time flew by, and we were having a blast. Sure, our candy haul wasn't as impressive the second time around, but we were on a mission. By the time it hit 10:30, maybe 11, we decided to call it quits. Seemed kind of obnoxious to keep knocking on doors that late. Everyone had packed it in, headed home for the night. But not us. We had already agreed to skip school the next day, and our intel told us there was nothing exciting happening in those hallowed halls. So to us, the night was still young. We embarked on a little adventure to a local legend known as the Ghoul House, a place with a twisted history. A kid died there, parents divorced, and one of them even offed themselves at the kitchen table. It's been fenced off for years, but why it hasn't been bulldozed is anyone's guess. So, there we were, standing in front of this ominous monstrosity, feeling the weight of the night and our own mischievous curiosity. With a combination of teamwork and daring, we managed to pry our way inside. And boy, did it feel weird in there, a heady mix of discomfort and exhilaration. Our flashlights pierced the pitch-black gloom, revealing a room that time had forgotten. Creaky wood floors, untouched relics of a bygone era, and an eerie silence that made your skin crawl. The first room was a bust, so we pushed on to the kitchen. An ancient fridge awaited us, its insides emanating a sickly, rotten stench. Empty milk and OJ cartons were its only inhabitants, and the whole place reeked. We hightailed it out of there, pronto. Next on our creepy tour was the living room, and this room was something else. It sent shivers down your spine, like any moment, a specter would emerge from the shadows. Then, one of my buddies pointed his light upwards. A massive hole in the ceiling led to a room above, and as we all shone our lights up there, we heard a couple of unsettling thumps. We all went silent, hearts pounding, whispering that they were definitely footsteps. One of my pals suggested we check it out, but my other buddy and I were having none of it. We tiptoed our way to the back door while he went upstairs. He didn't even try to be discreet, and it felt like we were stuck waiting for him down in the living room. His footsteps above grew louder, then stopped right over our heads. My eyes had adjusted to the darkness, and I could see his silhouette peering through the hole in the ceiling. I tried to whisper up to him, but he couldn't hear. Suddenly, we heard more footsteps, this time from the living room stairs. We flicked on our flashlights and aimed them at the top of the staircase, only to find our other friend coming down. That's when it hit us. Our buddy was still up there, and neither of us had the guts to shine our lights back up to see who or what was in that hole. I shouted, "Run!" and we bolted for the back door, sprinting to my friend's place. The brave one who went upstairs claimed he smelled something rancid, like a decaying corpse, and he heard breathing from one of the rooms. To this day, we're clueless about who or what was in that house. It wasn't just another curious wanderer, considering how securely it was boarded up. One thing's for sure, we don't go near that place anymore. Thanks for joining us on this spine-tingling journey at Documented Creeps. If you crave more eerie tales, real-life encounters, and mysteries that defy explanation, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe.